Hi, I'm Michelle Solentano, family portrait photographer, here on location at the Westcott headquarters. Today I'm going to be photographing a high school senior, and we're going to utilize 3 lighting setups. 1 light, 2 light, 3 light. I'm also going to be using one of my favorite reflecting tools, the Westcott Eyelighter. And we have a great senior today. We're gonna do a couple different, maybe 2 or 3 different outfits with her and a few different looks, and it's gonna be a really fun session. So let's get started. So when I'm working with one subject, I don't necessarily need the tripod and I can move around a little bit faster. Yes! Oh my God, that's gorgeous. Okay, so bring your hands around, like a little self-hug, and then lean into me just a little bit. So your hands are good. Just tuck your shirt in. Yeah, because then it came up. Yep, and then like squeeze it in, and then give me a little bit of shoulder on this side. Yes, gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Okay, we just wrapped up the first part of our session with Julianne, and I'm just gonna break it down and explain the lighting to you a little bit. We have 3 lights. We have the background light, the main light is the beauty dish, and the fill light, which is the Octa L. The nice thing about that backlight is that we're able to use the backlight and create a crisp white background, and then we turn it off, we can get a nice dark gray background. So we have some flexibility there on changing the look of our background. Then I also used the main light beauty dish with the fill light large Octa box. We can do 2 things with that, which we did. We did just using the main and then using the main and the fill. So there's really 3 different ways we can set this light up and get a bunch of different really cool looks. Okay, so Julianne's changed to a gray shirt, and so I'm gonna remove the backlight altogether because I really want to match the shirt to the background, like really have gray on gray. So anyway, so we're taking the backlight off, super easy. I try to smooth hair as much as possible so I have less hair to retouch later. Soft little flyaways are super natural. We don't want to take those out, but we want to make sure we don't have any big straggly pieces hanging around. Oh, that's good right there, yes. Aha! So just a little bit of movement in the hair can make a big difference. And then let's bring those, let's bring the hand across. Yep, and then lean in this way just a little bit. Awesome. Then we'll go vertical, lean back towards me just a little bit, and then lift up on your left toe, and then let that hip pop this way, and then let that shoulder drop this way. Yes! So just creating some movement in the body by shifting the hips and the shoulders. And I didn't get that light up quite high enough, so I'm gonna go a little bit more, and then I'm gonna just twist it because it's this little angle that's getting in my way. Okay, perfect. Yep, and then just pull that hair back on that one side. Yep, you got it. Yep, and so it looks and feels, you feel awkward right now? Oh, good, because when the hip is popped up that high and the shoulder comes down low, it can feel relatively uncomfortable, but it looks amazing and there's movement in her body. So let this elbow come out a little bit more on your left. Yep, beautiful. Okay, so when I sit my model, she's now shorter than she was where I had my light placed before, so I'm just gonna lower it a little bit. So lowering that light just a little bit and angling it down above her face will create a little shadow under here. It'll give us that nice dramatic lighting where you see those like really gorgeous cheekbones. So sculpting the face using a light. Okay, so chin down just a little bit more. Beautiful. For our second look, we removed the backlight altogether. We pulled our subject a little bit further away from the background because I wanted the background to go darker. So removing the backlight, pulling away from the background, and moving the fill light further away from the subject really helped to take the light off the background and helped to make the background a little bit darker. We lowered our lights altogether because we sat our subject, and so we have to bring the lights down to about just a little bit above her head or eye level, and that helps to keep the light really consistent throughout. Okay, for our third look, I wanted to do full length. She has a beautiful yellow dress, and I really wanted to get that yellow dress popping off a nice gray background. So we moved her even further away from the background. Again, no backlight because we want that background to go gray. And I used the Beauty Dish again as a main light, but I really didn't want to get a lot of fall off from the main light. And so I tilted the Beauty Dish up at a higher angle to get really just more feathering from the top of that light just to illuminate her face. And then we used the fill light to illuminate the rest of her body. And I wanted her face to be the brightest part of the image, and I didn't want her body and her legs to be overlit or the same density as her face. So we backed that fill light up, lowered it a little bit, enough just to throw the light in there, but with the main light being the most important thing, just illuminating just her face. We have a little bit of light falling here, but it's super subtle. And so just by changing the angle of the light and feathering it more and bringing that fill light back, we just changed the look a little bit more. And then what I did for this is I changed from a prime lens to the 70 to 200. So this way I could step back, easily get that full length, walk it in a little bit, and then zoom to get a 3/4 and close up so that I wouldn't have to change my lens. It makes it a little bit faster to move around. Lights stay the same, subject stays where she is. I just have a little bit more flexibility in the types of images I can get without having to switch a prime to a longer lens. So it was an awesome session. She did amazing. She was a really fun high school senior to photograph, and I hope we showed you a lot of different ways to use 1, 2, 3 lights and adding in that eyeliner reflector. So go play and have some fun. Well, let me know which of the setups you like the most in the comments below. We'd love to read your comments. And if you like this content, please subscribe.